Filtering. There's actually a couple of selections on the filters. You could go with a what's called a HOB or hang on back filter. Usually they're rated specifically for certain size of aquariums. Now I always go with, let's say I get a 10-gallon aquarium and it comes with a filter that is rated for 10 gallons. I like to upgrade and go with something that is made for twice that size. So if it's a 10-gallon, I go with a 20-gallon. Reason being is when you put fish, snails, or whatever inside of your aquarium, you create what's called a bioload. And what this filter does is eventually, after what's called a nitrogen cycle has completed, it creates beneficial bacteria that is in your filter media, which is usually charcoal, which is also good for soaking up odors as well as any chemicals that are harmful in the water that could kill your fish. The bad side of the charcoal would be if you were to medicate your aquarium, the charcoal would actually absorb the medication, so you would need to separate the fish, which needs to be done anyways away from the actual full tank and put in a hospital tank. But with the filters, the beneficial bacteria is on the media that's inside the aquarium, the charcoal, the actual filter mesh, as well as I have a 3-step filter that has also what's called coldness, K-coldness, which is a media that's inside, and it's a bunch of little pores, like I guess you could say it's a rock. And these rocks have lots of space onto them, so you are able to have all that extra space with extra beneficial bacteria, which helps with your bioload. So let's say your aquarium is stocked with 10 fish, you might be able to put 11, 12 fish having this extra media, and as well going up to 15 to 20 fish if the tank size permits it, as well as having that larger aquarium filter. They've also got the submersible filters, which I don't really agree with, that take down, or they suck the water through and any waste that's in there, and it goes through under the filter, and basically all it does is just soak it down to the bottom, sucks it down to the bottom, and doesn't actually take it out like you would want a regular filter to do. And then there's what's called a canister filter, which even they have them out there rated for larger tanks. You can use a small canister filter, let's say rated for 90 to 150 gallons per hour for a small 10-gallon tank. That is better due to the fact that you don't have anything hanging on the back except for the intake and the outlet for the water filter or water tubes. You can also disguise them, and they come in a couple of colors to where you can have a background so it blends in, or put it in the corner. Whereas the HOB filters, you really can't set the intake tube or the inlet tube over in the corner and hide it behind, like say, a plant. You can technically hide it behind a plant if you have it, like, let me show you as an example. On my aquarium right here, I've got my inlet tube right here. My camera's a little slow, I don't know how well it's zooming in, but you got your inlet tube right here, and I don't have a lot of decor in there that would disguise it, but I could get large live plants or artificial plants like this to hide it, so you have the benefit of being able to hide the inlet and outlet tubes with the HOB or the canister filters. Personally, if I had to choose, if money's not an issue, go with a canister filter. If you want to save a few dollars, I would always go with the HOB filter. Personally, I would not recommend a gravel filter.